Okay, good evening, welcome to my weekly live stream. Our maybe 90-minute look at the mainstream media bull crap machine. See what rubbish they're presenting us tonight. It tends to be absolute rubbish. I want to say a thank you, hello and thanks to KG and KG and Linda Mack for joining us tonight. And actually, Linda Mack, while you're there, I'm going to mention you, if you don't mind. Thanks particularly to you for taking the time to support me over on Instagram. What am I on about? My words all over the place. Support me over on Patreon, of course. I'm just a bit sidetracked because the live chat doesn't seem to be working. Let's just see what I can do with this a minute. This is what the the pre-show is for, of course. Sorting these sorts of things out, but I was up against it. I was waiting for a washing machine to quit making a spinning noise, like drowning everything out. On that note, actually, I will just make sure just make sure my audio sounds alright and that we're playing back okay. We have had buffering issues in the past. Unfortunately the chat box not working tonight. And while we're on the subject of supporting my channel, my work, I'll let you know another way you can do it is just by hitting the thumbs up button. And subscribing if you're not already, and sharing on social media. On that note, I did get a notification that someone had shared my tweet, so thanks ever so much to them. Right, just seeing who it was, if they don't mind. Okay, maybe it was a like actually, not a share, not a retweet. Okay, no one who's currently in the live chat, I can tell you that. Gabriel, but thanks anyway if you are watching. Much appreciated. Right, I do want to sort out the chat box. I like to have a record of what people have been saying on there, because quite often, of course, I'll be talking to the, I'll be referencing the live chat. So if anyone's watching it after we streamed, it'd be good for them to read along, as it were. Let's just see what I can do a minute. I do want to start the show actually, talking about a real person, someone who I know personally, and I believe they even used to catch my, they used to watch my videos occasionally. There's not many people who I actually see and come across in my real life who are particularly aware that as far as I know, my immediate family obviously know that I make YouTube videos, and they've caught the odd one or they've seen some, but most people I come across don't really. Someone who, I don't know if they still listen to my stuff, I haven't seen them for a long time, someone who was collapsed the other day actually, and it's one of those things which reminds me so much of footballers that are supposedly, I'm having buffering issues. There seems to be some sort of delay on my stream. Hopefully that's just a delay on my phone rather than on the actual YouTube live stream. Let me check that as well before we get started properly. Okay. Wow, that's very behind. Okay. Right, hopefully things are streaming alright. KG says, word over here is Federal Reserve has emergency meeting tomorrow, which is neither Federal or Reserve. Okay, and what, I'm guessing that's the United States. What kind of, any ideas what the meeting's actually about? Will they release that information? Right, why is YouTube not getting enough video to maintain smooth streaming? Okay, going back to a person I know, he was very much into the government's suggestion that we should get ourselves pricked every 6 months, I believe. Yeah, he was right behind it. However, it sounds like he actually collapsed and now is on a waiting list for a heart bypass. You know, unfortunately, not the only person I'm aware of and have come across who have had problems with their heart recently. Quite concerning, but yeah. So when I see stories about footballers, for example, big name people collapsing on the pitch, yeah, I take it with a grain of salt, but when it's happening to people in real life, it's hard to ignore. But of course, hang on one sec. People collapsing isn't particularly new. I mean, although I wouldn't actually, thinking back to when I used to do these live streams pre-2019, for example, I don't think there were many times I could tell you about someone I knew that had collapsed or had a heart problem or was in hospital seeking emergency treatment on their heart. Having, I can't think what they call it, splints or some sort of tubes put into their heart to keep it pumping. Scary stuff, of course. Personally, I would probably, I don't know whether I would reject medical intervention at that time. When you go over, you know, your heart literally packs up on you. Then it's difficult not to be panicked, but I'm a great believer in letting the human body heal itself. Looking at Federal Reserve, I mean, what is actually the Federal Reserve, as KG mentioned? Is that a reserve of gold that the banks supposedly have and can guarantee your money against? I do remember I was in a bank actually once, and I was, it was a building society actually, and I was talking to the person, had to make a withdrawal, and made a reference about it being our, you know, voucher for lumps of gold, which I believe it used to be. You promised to pay the bearer on demand, however much the value of their notes were worth against the gold. And this building society employee had absolutely no idea what I was talking about, never heard of it. Which, yeah, so is that the Federal Reserve of gold? Who knows? Is that what it was originally meant to mean? I've never particularly spoke very much on here about digital currency. I know a lot of people are into, well, I have made a video about Bitcoin, actually, blockchain. I basically used another YouTuber, someone that used to be around when I first started, called Amazing Grace. I believe their channel is still going. They did a video on Bitcoin and how reliant it was on blockchain. And, you know, you say Bitcoin, for example, is completely decentralized, or whatever, all this rubbish. They say it's untrackable. Okay, but you know, none of the banks have supposedly got any control over the currency. Who do you think actually was responsible for investing in blockchain, which is the platform on which Bitcoin runs? Have a look at some of those people that are backing blockchain rather than Bitcoin, and it's pretty. It would suggest things aren't as central as they might want to have you believe on that one. Also, it seems a little bit to me like a pyramid scheme. When I've seen some people, in fact, there was a YouTuber I used to follow quite closely, again going back to when I first started YouTubing, 2017, there were a few channels that inspired me. This one was one of them, and now all they ever seem to go on, well, not all they seem to go on about, but something I remember they dedicated a lot of time to was trying to sell you a particular, it was like a personalized digital currency or something. Sounds like a load of trash to me, to be honest with you. If you dedicate your life to trying to collect and receive as much Bitcoin or whatever as you can, then it's going to be a pretty futile existence, unfortunately. I mean, what can you even do with Bitcoin? You're basically saving it in the hope that someone else is prepared to do the same as you and risk your paper money, which at least you can go to a shop and spend. Maybe they do. I'm not aware of many shops around me that accept Bitcoin. So who knows? Right, hi to Sun, Star, Thunder, Lightning. You're saying goodnight to us. Can't stay long. I have much to do. Have an informative evening. Thanks, Sunstar. Won't be as informative if you're not able to contribute, but yeah, I do massively appreciate KG and Linda Mack, who have also taken the time to say hello in the live chat. Anyone else have any subjects they might want us to look at, then yeah, let us know. Around about 11 we will be moving on to the main few subjects. I've come across a few stories, a few photographs, and I wanted to look at them, which we will do. We'll see how we get on. We might wait until 11, I don't know. By the way, Sunstar, if you're still with us, yeah, I did get your message earlier. Thanks for taking the time to message me, and I certainly will be replying to you when I can. Shortly. KG says this is not on mainstream media, alternative media, but I do not watch mainstream. Okay. Of course, so much of alternative media is I mean, for example, again, even prior to 2017, probably let's say 2015, I considered myself pretty switched on because I listened to Russell Brand, for example. I considered him the decider of what was, well, yeah, I bought into his crap basically for a little bit. I probably even bought into what's the guy's name? Oh, I can't even think of it at the moment. David Icke, D. Icke. Yeah, I saw some of his stuff, and I saw him in London, and he was outside Buckingham Palace with a guy who every time the flash black cars show up, he gets up and starts ringing his bell and shouting how they're lepers and whatnot. Was it staged? Who knows, but I don't know. David Icke and Russell Brand are two people I wouldn't waste my time listening to be honest with you. No matter if they even seem to be talking kind of sense sometimes, you can guarantee their brand of I wouldn't waste my time. Yeah, Russell Brand, of course, very closely linked with members of Fox, Sky News, and I think he's married to a Sky News presenter or something. Of course, he was married to the biggest freak show of them all, Katy Perry, one of the biggest freak shows. So he certainly lets us know where his loyalties lie, as it were. David Icke, again, I've seen too much from him, which would suggest that he's lost any credibility, but with some of the things he said, some of the things he's done, some of the hand signals that he likes to show the camera. The prime time on BBC One, for example. Yeah, I've seen too much of that to make me think that he isn't someone I'm going to spend too much time listening to, but if you want to, why not? They do, of course, mix truth with their lies, so yeah, some of what they say is probably, not far off the mark at the very least. That's my thoughts on them, anyhow. Right, we usually start with catch up, which I will do now, basically. Let me put the little logo up. I normally forget to do this, as I say most weeks, after showing a picture of a very poorly looking cat during this live stream, I felt the need to make sure we go back, and I'll keep you informed on his progress. Actually, he's been over, but he never stays very long now. He just pops in for 5 minutes, and I haven't been able to get a decent picture of him for this week, but he'll get an honourable mention. Hang on, let me open this up. Right, where are we going? Let's find Mr. White. Oh, what a terrible picture. But yeah, he's looking good. He's fighting fit now, I'm pleased to say. Back to his old self. Okay, and here he is. Let me just show you. Yeah, here's Mr. White. Still doing good, still going strong, still visiting us regularly. That is something we are most grateful for. My mouse has just given up a moment. Oh my goodness. Do I need to change the batteries? Let's see. I don't know. Maybe it's just on a go slow. Right, we're working now. I'm just lining it up. Yeah, catch up. I would say the main thing being this week, I've done loads of, I've shared a lot of images of the kittens actually, so they're still with us. Yeah, we haven't seen this little one lately, Claude. She's not been with us all week. Splodge comes around constantly. Actually, yeah, I wanted to... Yeah, I've got a picture of Splodge. He was with us up until... Yeah, these are the kittens. Let me find the latest pictures of them. Yeah, here we go. We've now moved them actually downstairs. So they're in our front room. Pretty much taken over the front room. Kind of to the annoyance of our cat, Tom, the tabby. They're now basically... Yeah, now every time we go in our front room, we've got to look out for these little creatures. We've got to introduce them, you know. They were in a very small area. They didn't have a lot of room to move around. And we thought if we're going to introduce them to the household, then they might as well make an appearance. And so far, yeah, it's all gone okay. We call this one Charlie. Very difficult to get a good picture of him because his features are also dark and the rooms are quite dark. This is Charlie and his brother. We think it's a boy. Jerry, another tabby named after, our cat's Tom, so we've got two tabbies, Tom and Jerry. And then who was the other one? Yeah, that one there looking angry and opening its mouth is Melba. They're all doing well, I'm pleased to say. Now taking over our front room. And here they are with their mum. Yeah, she's still feeding them. It's been about 4 weeks now, so I think they'll soon start going on to solid food. We have got them some dry food, and I think they'll start needing to use a litter tray as well, which isn't something, obviously, we're that keen on setting up, but eventually, as they get bigger, we'll start, over the next month, we'll take it into the garden so they can get used to going outside to do that. That's pretty much catch up. Here is Splodge, still coming to us. He looks a bit tired in this picture, and again, it's not a great picture. It's just one I took at the very start, just as I was starting the live stream tonight, just to let anyone see what I'm having to deal with tonight. But yeah, we believe he's homeless, but we are not certain on that. But if he comes to us, then we're not going to turn him away. On the off chance he is actually without a home. Oh my, right. Right, okay, we will be moving on. Yeah, I guess we'll look at the first thing. Now, at the beginning of actually not the beginning, towards the end of the week, I released a video on my main channel, on this channel, which most of you guys probably saw. It's about, we're not going to play it, I will do some screenshots of it. Again, the kittens now feature in the intro to my pre-recorded videos. I thought I'd use some of their footage. Where are we? Yeah, this video is called Tweets from a Gaslit Mind. The first story we're going to look at tonight is gaslighting. It's another example of it. I suppose you could say in a way all. I'm not going to go too much into all this. As I say though, people claiming they're invincible, yeah, it's a very dangerous mentality to have. Pride certainly comes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. I believe that's the 20th Psalm. I'll have to find the actual link, the correct link. 20. It's either Psalm 20 or 21. Yeah, if anyone knows the correct verse, yeah, please let us know. Pride comes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. That's something people like this need to remember. As I said, someone I know, someone who put a huge amount of faith in the government's suggestion for us, unfortunately collapsed a couple of weeks ago, I believe it was, and are in a pretty terrible way. Is it linked? I hope not. I mean, I've said on multiple times, I wouldn't put it past the government to give us capfuls of water and, you know, a placebo that doesn't actually do a thing as a cheap option, but who knows? Yeah, when you're seeing people around you all of a sudden have all sorts of different problems, you've got to start wondering where it's coming from. Is it possibly all in the mind? If you're seeing on Match of the Day people having heart attacks every 5 minutes, does it play on your mind that perhaps one's due my way? Particularly if you've listened to government advice, people are now regretting it. Could you convince yourself that you've had a heart attack, or convince yourself to have one? I'm not sure. So the first story, just talking about gaslighting and trying to mess people's heads up. I've come across an example. Let me see. How easily can we find it? Yeah, I'll be sharing my screen in a minute and we'll be looking at it. Thanks to KG and Linda Mac, who say the kittens are sweet and adorable. They certainly are. Right. Okay, I've made plenty of videos questioning, criticising, disputing celebrities when they put pictures of their babies on Instagram holding its own head up when they're literally a week or so old. Just saying, you know, that isn't the movement of a week-old baby. You're trying to bull spit us here. Well, you know what you're playing at. Anyway, I've come across a video which is on YouTube Shorts this is, and 2.8 million viewers on this video of a baby holding its head up. How old do you think it is? How old do you think they're trying to make us believe that a baby can hold its own head up? Less than 7 days? Yep, a fair bit less than 7 days. Its first day, basically, in this video, they're claiming the baby's just come out of the womb and is... Oh, let me just share my screen and you'll see what I'm talking about. I've actually not got the page to load yet, so you haven't missed anything just yet. Right. Okay, that's not the right video. Right, hang on. We'll get there. Just got to open a link. Yeah, could have prepared all this. However, I do find if I've got too many tabs open at once, then it does grind the stream to a halt sometimes. Yeah, came across this video. Goodness me, what we... This is... Right, I've not actually got a link to it, unfortunately. It's annoying. I could find it easily. Let's find it on YouTube. It won't take a minute. When my computer is able to keep up, of course. Linda Mack says Chinese banks are dumping the US dollar. Do Chinese banks... And what does that mean? That Chinese banks will no more... will no more accept people coming in with the dollar, saying, you know, I want to change yen or whatever for dollars. My goodness, I'm having issues on this computer now, right. Okay, I'll try and find it. Yeah, the video is called something along the lines of 1 day out of the womb, or straight out the womb, and this less than a day old baby's lifting its head up. So clearly absolute rubbish. And if we're to believe it, then you would have to consider it gaslighting in every sense. Come on, computer, what are we waiting for? Yeah, again, talking about gaslighting, we watched in the pre-show the video about the weightlifter, someone over on TikTok that claim they're able to chuck weights around and stuff. Yeah, to be honest, talking about Chinese banks and dumping the dollar, I'm not that... I don't that keenly watch people's you know, the value, for example. Right. Yeah, it was a very strange video. I'm sure I could... Hang on, bear with me. I'll find this video. Let me see. Hang on, where are we? Here we go. Right, just got to share it to the computer. And it will be springing open in a minute. Hopefully. Right. Baby lifts head. Let's see what comes up for this. Okay. There's a few actually. Here's one. Help baby meet their 0 to 3 month motor milestone of lifting and holding up the head while on their tummy. So they're saying, oh my goodness. According to this one, it's a milestone that they reach between 0 and 3 months, okay? How soon do you think this YouTube video would have us believe? Yeah, very bizarre video actually. Right, we're finally going to get there to play it. Yeah, perhaps I could have lined this one up beforehand. Okay, baby fresh out of mum's womb acts like he's already been here before and back on this planet. Yeah, according to this, right, this baby's just come out the womb. My computer really doesn't want to play ball tonight. Hang on. Let me just try and shut down my Photos app in case that's slowing things down. Yeah, I clearly haven't got a powerful enough computer to do all this, unfortunately.
You hold
Right, I
your
want to
head.
make sure the audio is coming through. A second. Okay. Things should... Right, here we go.
On your own, boy. What in the world?
Looking around too.
Bruh just came out the womb. I already know how to
Right,
live.
it's working.
I already know how to move his head. How old are you?
Not even a full 24 hours yet.
Who are you? This man here.
Okay.
You holding your head
what do
up
you
on your
think?
own, boy. What in the world?
Anything there that would make you think, nah, something's not right about that one? For me, yeah, absolutely. They're trying to tell us that a baby will lift its head up as soon as it comes out the womb. Absolute bullspit. And, right, how many views do you think this one had? I'm sure I saw it at 2.8. There we go. Sorry. Well, it's had 416,000 thumbs up. Yeah, it's not so easy to get the description with these YouTube short videos. And this channel, Rap House TV, is literally all they put out. But if you read the comments, 36,000 comments. Don't think anyone even suggests for a second that could it be CGI. Yeah, no one wants to know. Let's see, I will look at some of the comments. These are the sorts of things I do like to comment on. Some of these videos. Oh, my computer's really having issues tonight. Yeah, 94,000 subscribers. It looks like half of their channel. Right, we'll go to videos. All their channel is right. Strange video. Yeah, it looks like everything on their channel is just still pictures, a lot of it. I'm not sure if it's what you call clickbait or
Go ahead, bro. Holla.
This one's got a lot less views. Oh, hang on, I don't really want to be playing these, sorry. Let me mute it or something. Yeah, this is like YouTube. YouTube Shorts is their version of kind of TikTok. Trying to keep up with... Yeah, nowhere here can I look at the description of these videos. Oh, this channel's crazy. Rap House TV. yeah, as I say, I want to find that video one. I'm sure the views are in the millions for most of them. Yeah, and this, as far as I'm concerned, right, we will get back onto that video and show you. Actually, we've got a screenshot of that baby. We'll take a close look at it, I think, and see how well the movement does. KG says, I think we will go back to gold standard. Hope that's right. Time will tell. Wouldn't that mean, though, that they're giving you something that does actually have value in exchange for something which is completely worthless at the moment? Paper. I mean, I suppose you could say coins. You guys call them nickels, I believe. We call them coppers, which are made of like brass or aluminium. I suppose that is a material that could be of some value at some point if they ever wanted. I'd imagine you could turn it into bullets, or you could build with coins or the metal. Paper, well, those notes, the only thing that actually gives them value was originally, as far as I know, the fact that you could take them to the bank and say, here, I want my £5 worth, or my 5 shekels, or whatever they call it, worth of gold, if you don't mind. But maybe I've got that wrong. I mean, maybe banks were never about that, in which case, who decides, what else would, who decides what value any of this currency is? Linda says, you saw the baby video earlier. Very weird coincidence. Yeah, strange. I normally am on... normally when I'm watching YouTube, I do it on this channel with Bobby Zines, but I signed into my other channel, Chronicles of the Unconvinced, and it just popped up on my timeline. Yeah, they put a huge amount of content up by the look of it. Where's that weird baby video? So if I go to videos, it comes pretty apparent that the video they used is CGI. It's easily done. It's either an older child or who knows what it is, and it's got a baby's face plastered on top of it. Perhaps it isn't. Oh, hang on. A cat wants to come in and out. Coming in. Yeah, this is the mother of the kitten cat. Just come out. Bit demand, does require a fair bit of attention, of course. Right, I wish my... Right, videos. I'm not sure how far back that baby video is, to be honest. I imagine if we sorted by most popular, it would be number 1. When YouTube wants to work. Let's see. Linda says she's bought some gold. Hope I did the right thing. Well, you can... Yeah, I guess it will always have at least some value to someone. People will always want gold for one reason or another. So, yeah, I think buying gold's probably better than buying, say, Bitcoin, for example, which is massively dependent on you having an internet connection. Can you really say you can guarantee 100% an internet connection will always be available to you?
Oh, instead of 25,000, I actually did 250,000. It went through though.
Yeah, I owe me 220.
They charge nil, baby.
Owe me 225
instead of 25.
I just put the 225 store credit.
Alright, that'll work.
Okay.
Alright.
Instead of 25,000, I actually did 250,000. It went through though.
Yeah, you owe me 220.
Alright.
You owe me
Yeah, when
220.
someone doesn't care that they've taken 10 times as much money off you as they were going to, then you can be pretty sure that
Tell him to walk. It's too far,
have it
and we
for
don't
long,
have time.
as
It's
it
getting
were.
late in the day.
I ain't moving for no nigga.
Very weird YouTube channel.
Oop.
As in-
Instead of 25,000, I actually did
As
250,000.
in,
It went through though.
there's,
Yeah, you owe me 220.
Alright.
You owe me 225.
Okay. I just put.
I don't know.
Oop.
Right, will it let me sort by now? Yes, it will. Okay, we are, by the way, approaching 11 o'clock, so we might take an intermission soon. Here we go, 3.7 million people have watched this video. And most of them probably accepted it. Accepted them for what? It was certainly given a lot of attention. Was it put out there just to convince people that... Right, I'm going to take a quick zap of his head for future reference. Actually, not only the head, but that's the main thing that moves around. I mean, I would think, I'm not sure what the colour is like on your computer, but for me there's a pretty obvious blurry bit just there where my mouse is circling. Right, what have we got here? Huh. Okay, I think something will be... Right, let's play on a minute. I'm not sure if I can zoom in actually. Is it possible? Perhaps.
Put your head up on your own, boy.
Right, I'll mute it for you actually, so you don't have to keep listening to their weird... Yeah, I do plan to manipulate some of the colours on these images in a minute. Right, in a minute the baby lifts its head. Bear in mind, they're saying this has just come out the womb. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, look at these, just straight across the eyes. Everything really, from here to here. There's some major colour shifts between the colour of the skin up here. I mean, that head actually looks like an adult. Looks like a grown person's head. And then it... Yeah, and then the face almost looks like... Oh. Right, wait for it to lift its head up. That's when all sorts of... Oh, I don't know if you can see the glitching as well going on in the arm. Just around here, they're having issues. Where the woman's constantly patting its back. Right, here we go. Here are another huge giveaways in this pitch on this video, where you can like blatantly see a second face put on. Of course, the rest of the body doesn't move an inch. As if a child comes out the womb like that. Look at the huge neck. You're seriously saying that is a... Come on. You're seriously saying that is a one-day-old baby's neck? Don't think so. At least when... Oh, who was that? UFC fighter. He's constantly... I've noticed he's doing an advert for something now. Some bank or credit card, I don't know what he's doing, but They use him on an advert, no doubt a lookalike. Because, yeah. So, I mean, I don't think anyone makes a secret of that celebrities on adverts are generally done by lookalikes. He got that look like damn I'm back here again. I don't know what they mean by that either. But it got 47,000 thumbs up. Wow, amazing he's only 24 hours old and so alert and holding his head up. He's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful baby boy. Is that the comment of someone who's been gaslit? Will anyone say it's CGI? Probably wanting to talk. 106 thumbs up. Only one person took the time to actually reply to this comment. Strange. Right, I'm going to leave a comment. Looks like CGI to me. ... looks like CGI to me. Pretty common practice on sites like Insta, TikTok, and YouTube. Okay, yeah, that's the comment. I have left the odd comment on Instagram. We will be going over to Instagram in a bit, actually. Yeah, just looking at these, no one's questioning it. Baby boy is like, ah shit, here we go again. May he hold his head up for his entire life. God bless him, he's adorable. 2,300 thumbs up. Only 36 replies though. Who knows? All bot accounts, perhaps. When channels like this make money from clicks and thumbs up and stuff, then yeah, they'll do anything to get them. If that involves paying a company to watch your video and leave loads of comments and thumbs up, they'll do it. Perhaps paying YouTube to promote them as well. I know that's another way certain videos get very popular. Okay, let's look at the baby. We're just going to do a bit of colour manipulation on this image. And then once we have... Well, do I really need to do much colour manipulation? It's pretty obvious just by looking at it in my book. Hang on. Hope you can see it properly. Right, I will. Yeah, just around here, okay? There is a very blatant difference. Okay, change the hue and saturation very slightly, and you can make it a lot more obvious to spot. Hang on. Yeah, they're disguising it as light, but for me it's quite an obvious area where they have overlaid. Yeah, just looking at the neck alone is plenty to tell you that this isn't a genuine video. yeah, this is nothing more than just a pretty fancy filter that that I believe you can get on websites like Instagram. Yeah, this is no real baby in my book. Just used to convince us that when we see people like Jake Crickenden and the rest of them, there's loads of them. Who was the other one I said? The UFC fighter, Conor McGregor. When you see folks like him and his baby's got his head up within a week or so of being born, then yeah, you're much more likely to accept it if you've seen people saying, look, here's a picture of a baby just come out of the womb with its head up. It's called gaslighting, okay? Right. Oh, what's happened there? Not sure why. Oh, my computer's just gone mad. Okay, right, we are going to take an interval in a minute, actually. Yeah, we've got another video from early this year. Again, this one, I believe, came from an actual live stream. Yeah, if you were around, you probably would remember it. Let's see, it is called... Oh no, that was one we played in with. Of course, in the play-in, we watched TikTok bump drop, more rubbish CGI, and yeah, actors. We will be looking at even a couple more things in the second half of this stream after we've watched this this video. Let's see, what are we calling it? Yes, Filthy Rich Scroungers. Yeah, I've also come across a story about Elizabeth from the photographer, which I thought might just be interesting to look at. If we've got time tonight, we will check that one out. Otherwise, yeah, we've got more examples of gaslighting to look at in the second half. What were we gonna... Yeah. Okay, a couple of stories to look at. But in the meantime, yeah, if you don't mind sitting through, this is about 5 minutes this video goes on for, just while I take a, as you wonderful people in America would say, a bathroom break. Or I'm going to burst if I don't in a minute. I imagine one of the cats probably, yeah, the cat wants to be... Oh, do you know what? If I do have a camera, I'd love to switch it on and let you see this mother cat. I will also be doing another live stream from the kitten's nest. Now we've moved it downstairs. The next time I've got a quiet half an hour or so, and that up and about, I will do a stream looking at the kittens. Here's mother in the meantime saying, you know, what you're doing, why aren't you paying all your attention on us? Okay, right, I'm going to take, yeah, this is about a 5-minute video, okay, about the Royals. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to take 5 then. Okay, we will reconvene in, how long is it? 5 minutes, 33 seconds. All right, thanks for your patience, guys. And many thanks to Linda Mack and KG tonight, who have taken the time to... Oh, and Sunstar Thunder Lightning, who has taken the time to comment in the live chat. If anyone wants to say hello, let us know how things are going. Oh, come on, cat. Yeah, then I actively encourage you. Otherwise, yeah, if you just want to watch from the comfort without having to type, then I totally understand that. I appreciate you tuning in tonight. Okay, here's my video. Back in 5, okay? Hi everyone, I came across this story which was published on the 24th of April 2024. It is about Harry and Meghan getting a freebie. I'm absolutely in two minds about Harry and Meghan and about every story we see reported about them, how deliberate it is, what the real intention is. Do Harry and Meghan really get on planes? Are they really genuine, legitimate people? Know people personally who say they've met Harry, Prince Charles and other members of the royals. There's certainly people that present themselves as the royals, so we'll live in that paradigm for the purpose of this video. But yeah, Harry and Meghan are legitimate people. This story talks about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry visiting Tromsø in Norway. The flight attendant, who wished to remain anonymous, said that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had a couple of drinks and snacks on their 3-hour flight to the Arctic Circle. The flight attendant revealed the whole crew had special briefing prior to the flight on how to greet the royal passengers. Harry and Meghan said to the airline they wanted to be treated as normal passengers. We didn't do any exceptions or special services for them. She explained Harry and Meghan were lovely throughout the whole flight. They have to put that in. Can't for 1 second suggest these people are arrogant freeloaders. At the beginning of the flight, they looked at the menu and I could see they were discussing what to order. We went through with the service trolley. They stopped me and asked me for a drink and a snack. The cabin crew member revealed that Prince Harry opted for a breakfast tea and a lemon muffin. Wow, what exciting times. While Meghan had a tea as well, but she chose shortbread. Crucial information to this story, of course. They were very nice and friendly, but at the time to take payment, I didn't know what to do, as they didn't ask for the bill and it seemed like they assumed that was for free. I was too embarrassed, so I just left. Imagine that. You're just given food and you don't say anything, and the flight attendant just doesn't say, excuse me, that's going to be whatever, £10. Nope, just walk off, too embarrassed to ask. Filthy rich people, not going to ask them for money. I panicked, so I just kept going and I decided not to ask for the payment, although they had requested to be treated like regular passengers before the flight. After that, the couple didn't order anything else. I bet this woman would have paid for it herself if she had to. Now, this little part of the story wasn't originally in it. If you look at the date of the post, you can see it was originally published on the 4:01 in the morning on Sunday, the April 24th, but by midday they had updated this article, and that's to include this bit, because I can tell you it wasn't in it the first time I read it. It was picked up by the bodyguard. She said that by the end of the flight, their bodyguard, who was travelling with them, came to me and asked for the bill. Didn't say that earlier, I can assure you. I was so relieved, but at the same time confused. The bodyguard explained to me that the Duke and Duchess never carry any money and he's in charge of paying for everything. Members of the royal family never carry cash for security reasons. A former police protection officer for Princess Diana explained that this is to keep things as private as possible. No, just to keep them getting as many freebies as possible, more like. It reminds me of another story about Kate Middleton. This one goes right back to 2011, before she married William. Parking tickets, why Kate doesn't have to worry about them anymore. This one is in the Daily Mail. The family she is marrying into famously doesn't carry money, so perhaps Kate Middleton was just getting a little practice. Certainly she'll have needed an exceptional excuse to escape London's traffic wardens, for when Prince William's fiancée made the trip to a London store this week, she didn't pay the £4 it should have cost to park her Audi A3 in the pay and display bay. Instead, she left it to a police protection officer watching from another car to send the wardens packing. According to onlookers, Kate pulled into the pay and display bay, directly below a warning sign, jumped out of her car to duck into the Peter Jones store in fashionable Chelsea. Get a bit of advertisement for that store there. 15 minutes later, a traffic warden ambled by and on noticing Miss Middleton's failure to pay, began taking down the details of her car. And here we can see some protection officer coming in and telling him, you're not putting a ticket on this person's car. Yeah, they're filthy rich, but why should they have to pay parking tickets? They should be allowed to congest London as much as possible. They should be allowed to take private jets leading to pollution, if that's a thing, and they should never be accountable for anything. A police protection officer following Kate quickly hurried over to explain to the traffic warden who the VIP driver was. I would have so much respect for this warden if he said, I don't care who she is, she pays the ticket like anyone else. Whatever, he persuaded the warden not to issue a ticket. What a joke. These people are scum, pure and simple. Articles, I believe, are designed specifically to annoy people, to annoy the rest of us. Once you're finished reading that, they put an advert. Shopping on a budget, these incredible products are all free or on sale, deliberately designed to annoy the heck out of people. These people that are given gifts everywhere they go, and they don't even have to pay poxy £4 park. I do believe it is designed to wind us up. All this is probably staged for the cameras. As always, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this one, and thanks for taking the time to watch. I'd like to say thank you to my Patreon, Linda Mack, for her support. The link is in the description if anyone would like to follow suit. Otherwise, if you'd be so good as to give this video a like, that would also be appreciated. Thanks, and I'll be back with more soon. Okay, that was Filthy Rich Scroungers, or that's what I abbreviated the name to. Yeah, I'll be putting a link to that in the description if anyone wants to watch it. It's over on Chronicles of the Unconvinced channel. Yeah, I have made some shorter videos out of some of my live streams when we've hit on subjects. I did it when it was Buzz Aldrin. I did it for Archie Battersby. Yeah, I've made quite a few videos out of these live streams, which do get uploaded to my second channel. For the meantime, it is, I wouldn't say it's a backup channel. It's I'm not sure, a second channel for the time being. We will probably go back to, yeah, at some point it could be a main channel for me. So if you want to follow me over there, again, link will be in the description. Also, I've got on my live stream, I've got if ever I get an interruption, for example, a phone call that I've just got to answer, I've got a option to jump onto an old archive, archive. It was, yeah, from the archives, an ancient video of an old live stream where I'm going to probably piece together all the individual videos that I've put up on my other channel, and it'll be a Bobby's Best Bits. Yeah, maybe that's what you could call my second channel, Chronicles of the Unconvinced, Bobby's Best Bits, because most of my new content that I do pre-recorded will go on this channel. Anything else will go, any videos made out of the live streams for the time being will go over there. Right, hi to Phil Wright, good to see you in the chat. One rule for one rule for another. Yeah, of course it is, referring to that video about the scroungers. Interesting how people's default stance is, oh, don't ask them for money. Well, why not? Why are they people that are constantly given it, but you're never allowed to ask anything back from them? What a status to have, eh? You write your own... Anyway. Yeah, you write your own tax laws. You decide how much tax you'll pay. And when you think about someone like King Charles, as he's now called, how... See, these are the sorts of things that I think they want us to get wound up about. So I try not to let it bug me. But, yeah, when someone... If you think of all the property and farmland that Charles supposedly owns, or the duchy, or whatever they call it, his business interests, what a great option not to have to... Well, I don't think he has to pay any tax on that anyway. So, yeah, best not let it get to you is my advice. But you're right, Phil. It is one rule for one and one for another. Right. KG's mentioned, do we think we were watching the video earlier on about the boy just come out of the womb and his head's upright? KG is suggesting, do you think the mother got the prick? And could it cause it? Is that, and take it you're referring to the baby we were looking at, unless I missed something. No, well, if that is the situation, which personally I don't think it is, I think it's just CGI, but I can't imagine that is, yeah, it almost looks, well, it looks like it's mutated the child, in which case, if children are being born with that kind of neck, then, yeah, we're looking at mutations now. Linda suggests black babies born white. I'm not sure, just out of interest, are you suggesting that is what we were watching in that video? That it was it takes time for melanin to form. I just looked it up. Okay. Yeah, but that wouldn't explain a baby just out the womb being able to lift its head up. Right, more. Yeah, again, I left a comment over on YouTube. I'll see if I get any responses to that. I will go over to Instagram next, because there's... Yeah, I saw a... Yeah, if I open up a particular... a web browser, and it brings me up on these... It's my MSN and their newsfeed, and for some reason they are always sharing these baby images. Maybe because I click on them a lot. So they think I'm interested in celebrity babies, so I'm constantly getting recommended news stories about celebrities who have just had children. One of which was, oh, I'm getting a message saying that the encoder's overloading. I do hope it's playing back alright, although we have had the odd issues this evening. My apologies if things have been going a bit slow. Yeah, Molly May Haig. But enough of that, because where was I'm sure I got a notification. Yeah, referring to the comment I put about, hang on, this one. This for me is absolutely ridiculous. Bowel Babe, the celebrity cancer victim. Imagine being famous for that. Everything about this person was there. How much they have cancer. That is, these people, this person, Bowel Babe, Dame Deborah James as she was called, complete fiction in my book. When you get something as ridiculous as what we're looking at here. Gabby Roslin, friend of the cancer sufferer, Dame Deborah, and she's outside a cancer ward singing and dancing. And I said, my comment was, yeah, as if this happens in real life. We're looking at it here. I hope you can see it. Let me just check, actually, make sure you are looking. Yep, you're seeing the same screen as me. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a delay on my end. Let me just check audio's playing back okay, actually. Bear with me a sec. Yeah, looks like audio's playing back okay. Yeah, somebody asked me, three replies we got now. Are you joking? Am I joking? Here was my response to this person, who obviously takes this to be real. They think that Gabby Roslin stands outside a cancer ward on Fulham Wing on the Royal Brompton Hospital doing this and doesn't get moved on by security like that. This is a closed set as far as I'm concerned. How do you know it's a closed set? Look at those stairs glitching in the background, by the way. I suppose they've just got a really rubbish camera film in this, yeah? What do these nurses do? And if you ask me, this is, I'm not sure if it's meant to be. That's the person that plays the mother. I don't, and this is, looks like the woman herself. Who are these nurses that have got time to come out and start dancing around with some clown that's annoying all the cancer patients? Nah, it's a load of crap. So yeah, my comment was, no, I am completely serious. Think how inconsiderate it would be to stand outside a ward where people are receiving chemotherapy and start singing and dancing as if mocking them. You would be moved on by security within minutes, unless, of course, it's all set up and staged for the cameras. Isn't it interesting how many options we're given to hand over money in memory of this person? Buy the t-shirt, buy the book, donate to their foundation. It's just a money-making scam. No, it looks like that comment got left twice. Well, I'm quite pleased with that comment, so I'm happy to leave it twice. Yeah, completely ridiculous. Everyone else, though, again, how many of these are bots? All they do is leave emojis. How easy is that to program bots just to leave constant emojis? This made me kind of tear up. That's the best kind of friend you can have. Yeah, get real. Sorry, I'm not gonna. At least I haven't put the audio on. Think yourself lucky. You may have had to watch this. I am tempted to see if we can hear how loud she's supposed to be shouting, and whether Deborah James is supposed to be filming this from her cancer ward. Is that what they want us to believe? What a complete joke. What an absolute joke. Today I've been blown away. Mike came and sang and danced outside the window here at the Royal Marsden. Next time I'll be well enough to join you. Right, do we want to listen to it? Yeah, if you ask me, this isn't this is the mother, same person that plays the mother, and this is probably the same actor that plays Deborah herself. And just to really rub it in your face, they've got them coming out dancing, supposedly being filmed by her. Yeah, you have to see her and her mother to really... Right, anyway, the more rubbish going on over on Instagram is Molly May Hague. I had no idea who this person was, except for MSN.com had told me, look, you might want to look at this person's video. And yeah, I'm grateful, because how mental is this? Here we have a video from the... How long ago was this? 22nd of September. So a couple of weeks ago. Look at that stomach. Not pregnant. Doesn't look in the least bit pregnant at all. 22nd. The very next video. 7 days ago. This, I believe these people were in... Oh, what terrible program must they have come from? Oh, The Bachelorette or some crap like that, which is completely... I mean, if you enjoy the entertainment, whatever, okay. If you like seeing couples seem to get together, but do know it is all just scripted. All this is staged. This isn't real life. This is two actors that have been made up in a particular way, and now we're supposed to follow their journey from teary... And they always look the same as well. From teary-eyed, singletons, just like, who were the other people that did it? Peter Andre and, who was the other one? Jordan. They supposedly got together and had some very interesting looking, bizarre looking kids, is what I'll say. And we're given this. Again, just another part of the crap. But all these verified accounts are so, well into it. They're crying again, loved you so much. Stop this is amazing. Congratulations, lovebirds. These aren't lovebirds. They're actors. Anastasia King North. Who are all these people? Are they other characters from the program? OMGGG, congrats, my darling. Why has everyone that comments got a blue tick? Is that real? How far down do we have to go till we see a non-blue tick? Kendall Rhea Knight. 785,000. Yeah, blue tick special. Perhaps that's the only... I'll leave a comment. More fake CGI pregnancies. Dot. This is my Instagram account, by the way. I do occasionally put up some images. But yeah, how far down do you have to scroll until you actually find the message that I put up? Because this is over 2.6 million likes. Who are these people? I can't wait for the adventures that we haven't even dreamed of yet. Well, you might not have dreamed them, but they've been scripted. Will anyone see my comment? I can't imagine, against all these verified accounts, they're going to let my crappy comment stand, but you never know. We can take a close look at this one. I thought was a good picture to examine. Again, yeah, it is possible using like Photoshop, using GIMP to manipulate the images on a white, well lit up dress and just see. whether anything stands out. Oh, hang on. If we look at the bump, actually, which we will do, does this Molly Mays baby bump maybe not quite look legit? I'm not sure. Oh, my cat wants to come out, Tom. KG, by the way, referring to Deborah James. There is no money in a cure. You're absolutely right. The last thing any doctor wants us to think is that we don't need them, that we can cope, we can get along without them. Right. Just looking at this, even without the need for colour manip, although we will do a bit of colour manipulation on this bit. There is some sort of line just under here where you can see. Let's see what we can do with it. Right, can we make the line a little bit more easy to see? There's something that's clearly under the dress. It's just going down. Ooh. We will be able to mess with it a little better in a minute. Okay, that isn't doing a huge amount. Okay, way too bright. Okay, is that going to do anything? Okay, I don't know if you can see the line. It is there. It's clearly something under there. That just follows that path. Just seems to go completely around the stomach area. Also, yeah, back here, it appears there is some kind of, I don't know, the usual creases going on the back of this dress, put it that way, which would, right, also, up here, again, there's some, oh, hang on, I'm going to have to let a cat out. It looks a bit like shading, but then just here, hang on, bear with me a second. Go on then, Tommy. Right, let me just mess with the colours a little bit. See if we can make it a bit more obvious. Oh, that isn't it. I'm not sure if that helps or not. Hopefully it does. Again, you can see a very obvious, clear line going on just up here. Yeah, so we've got something down here. Definitely something here. Almost like the fabric underneath changes. Like it's a completely different fabric underneath. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Also there's, well, I suppose there would naturally be some sort of garment on under this dress, but who knows? Yeah, so this probably, no doubt, is another person we will start seeing hopping around when they're heavily pregnant. Every post from them will be a advertisement. Again, every single... Oh no, here we go. My Baby Official, look at you. Yeah, they've only got 154,000 followers. So they don't get a blue tick. Yeah, here we go. Balancing on one knee. Yeah, of course you do that when you're pregnant. I know you've got your supposed husband with the strangest hairline I've ever seen. I know you've got him to support you. But yeah, something very much... I mean, it doesn't get much more fake than this couple, if you ask me. From his hairline right down to her decision to stand like this. And yeah, as I said, every single post they make is an advert for one product or another. Let's see. How long till we see a link? Okay. Not so many, fair enough. Oh, there we go. Okay, not so many links on this person since being pregnant. But they do all look ridiculously staged, though, I will say that. Ridiculously unusual person. There we go. Outfit by Pretty Little Things. Ad. They're even saying now this is an ad, I think. Everyone needs one of these corsets in their wardrobe. Thank me later outfit. Pretty Little Thing. Ad. Right. Okay. We won't look at this person too much longer, but I've no idea whether... Okay, yeah, they're a British celebrity then. Right, have a quick look at the live chat. Oh, Phil Wright says that's my town, Outringham. Sorry, where was Outringham part of the... Yeah, sorry, what story did we look at in Outringham? Was that the Deborah James one, maybe? Phil says it's so expensive in that marketplace. Oh, sorry, wait, this is Outringham. Gotcha. Have you ever seen this person walking around? Again, kisses for my beauty works online. There's another link. Get 35% off my styling tools for a limited time. It's an ad, fair enough. Meaning, if this is this person, obviously, they're just stand-in. Yeah, can we see the prices on here? No, we can't. Market House Coffee, okay. Perhaps I'll go to Outringham and see if I can see this person pushing a pram in a couple of however long months. Yeah, well, I don't know if I'll follow this one. For me, this is just one of many celebrities, and yeah, it's all the same. Maybe we'll look at it. Perhaps their story will come across my timeline again one day when she announces the name of her child or some rubbish. We'll probably get back to this one soon. Right. I did say we'll probably be finishing at about quarter to midnight tonight, but so we are going to start winding down in a minute. There was one more story. Let me see. Actually, I had two more, but I'll have to leave one for tonight, I think. apparently a lad has gone missing. I'm not sure if you... Hang on, let me catch up with the live chat before I move on. Tommy Fury, Phil Wright, £6 for a pint in that place. Wow, that's pretty unbelievable. Have you ever paid it, Phil? That is what I'll say. Because if people are prepared to pay it, then why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Right, look up. Okay, we've got... Yeah, this story is about... Right, let's see. If it's real, then obviously this would be a very worrying, horrible story. But is it real then? Imagine if you had a person go missing, anyone, whether it be it a child, you know, a partner, and you managed to get the press behind it. The mainstream media actually take an interest in the person that's gone missing, and it gets pretty heavy coverage. So we're going to do an appeal. Can you please give us either a recent picture of your child, which is of good quality? Obviously, we want people to recognise him as we put out our appeal. Apparently, the parents' heartbreaking message to a missing boy is they promise not to send him back to hospital if he comes home. Let's look for the numbers, okay? Right. Anyway, yeah, as I said, so yeah, of course, you need a good picture. What do you think this... they presented the press on this one. The typical low quality, low resolution. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. If that's meant to be a shadow on this kid's head... yeah, it's beyond terrible picture. Why would you even give this picture to the press to help find your kid? Because it's so rubbish. It's unreal in my book. And here we've got another supposed picture of him. This is as good as it gets, I thought. Okay, what does the kid that's gone missing look like? Well, these are as good as the pictures we've got of him. This one with his headphones on, so they don't have to waste time CGI in the ears. And this one, yeah, I find this really hard to accept. There even seems to be some dots going down the side of his face, which is probably marker points for where they want to, yeah, for where they need to stitch in. This here, the overlay is quite apparent around the hair. It drops way beyond the hairline. Yeah, that's as good as the picture's going to get. And where do you think they got this picture from? Was it the family? Was it from his Facebook account? MPS. Who are MPS that own the copyright to the image of this kid then? That's what I would like to know. MPS. Maybe it's the people that own the CCTV footage from where that obviously came from. The Medical Protection Society. The Medical Protection Society is one of 3 UK mutual protection organisations for medical, dental and healthcare professionals. It protects and supports the interests. What? Why do they own the copyright of a image of this missing kid? Particularly when they've said, don't worry kid, you're not going to, if you come home, we won't be sending you back to hospital. But don't worry, we've already sold images of you to the hospital. So they now legally own the copyright to it. Yeah, crazy. When images are used as widespread as this by companies like, I think this was the Daily Mail, My London, which are probably owned by the same people that do well, I don't know who own My London, but I'm sure they're owned by a much larger media group. Yeah, I'm suspicious of this one, of course. In any real event where a 12-year-old goes missing, of course, especially, whether or not they've got special needs, autism, yeah, of course, I would wish nothing but for them to return home safely, but I don't think that's what we're looking at here. I'm not... yeah, I'm not convinced by it. Also, I see here, shocking week of violence in London. Oh no, I thought that was... Sorry, I thought that was relating to something else. Yeah, and if you do see him, they ask you not to approach him. Instead, phone the police. Because he's apparently a wanted criminal. But he won't be going back to hospital. Okay. Yeah, that was another one that I just couldn't understand the logic behind that one. Okay. Yeah, by the way, a few live streams ago, we looked at the last picture of the Queen. Well, apparently, someone's now come out. They've come out and... Where are we? Here we go. Yeah, apparently the photographer who took the last image of the Queen has revealed what she actually said to him. This will be probably the last story we're going to look at tonight before we wind down. Right. I want to actually, if you haven't already seen the image, or if you don't automatically know what we're referring to when we talk about the final photo of the Queen, it wasn't that one, let me tell you. Nor that one. Nor that one. Come on, where's this final photo that they were referring to? Oh, interesting. They didn't show it. It was supposedly the one of... Oh, maybe this is the pictures. He is very proud of his final image of the late monarch. Also took the official Jubilee portrait. Right, yeah, this isn't the photo I was referring to. I bet he doesn't take credit for that one then. Yeah, that face is beyond bizarre. Even if it is a 96-year-old woman, this is not a natural human face, I can promise you that. This is almost waxwork, or yeah, I would compare it to a waxwork. Doesn't look real. It looks devoid of any actual... where are we? Yeah, it looks very... okay, yeah, that isn't the image I thought they were talking about, but the Queen's... okay, right. Yeah, I believe this is the wrong story, but apparently the photographer knew he had something special. Yeah, do you really think the Queen says stuff like this to... If you ever remember Prince Philip, no doubt deliberately they caught this, but he was once swore at a photographer, like just telling him to take the effing picture, like, how dare you direct us, tell us how to stand and whatnot. Yeah, apparently the Queen said, you can't make me, when he asked her to smile. They don't ask these people to smile. And if they do, and the best they can manage... Right, we'll have the picture up in a second. Yeah, it's far from a real smile in my book. That... yeah, I don't know what to make of it, but... It looks like if you were going round Madame Two Swords and you came across this... yeah, the image I was actually referring to was the one that we kind of took a closer look at. I used it in one of the thumbnails, actually. I'm sure I could find it if I wanted, but I'm sure it wouldn't be too difficult to find. Right, final image of Queen. I'll just do a search for. will be finishing up in a minute. I'll have a look at the live chat before we do. KG says, how weird they don't gain weight or get puffy anywhere. If you're referring to the celebrity pregnant person, yeah, of course they don't. Know where that Molly was. Phil Wright. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, I figured that out. Face remains the same. Phil Wright says 12-year-old for your number 3. Yeah, that's very true. Made up story. Completely agree. Yeah, I wonder who took... Did anyone take credit for... Oh, they're not going to hide it, are they? It was the image of the Queen where she supposedly met Liz Truss, or whatever she's called, the current Prime Minister. But it doesn't feature very highly, as we can see. Alright. Queen Elizabeth Liz Truss. Yeah, the image supposedly taken a day or two, literally, I think it was 2 days before she was announced dead. Here we go. This is the image we're after. I wonder who actually took credit for this one. If Queen Elizabeth had been dead for a while. What? If Queen Elizabeth had been dead for a while, then Liz Truss something or other. Right. Okay, we are going to be stopping in a minute. These aren't the images I want. Yeah, here we go. I wonder who actually took this photo. Let's just have a look at these stories a minute, and then we will be finishing up. Right. Okay, wow, it's quickly approaching midnight here, so yeah, I'm gonna be needing to finish. I've already gone on nearly half an hour longer than I meant to, so yeah, I have wanted to be more stick to my finish times. When I say, I'll be finishing at 11:30 tonight, stick to it. Anyway, Phil says, heard a rumour that Elton John had played the role of the Queen. Well, yeah, he is ridiculously small. Perhaps he was one of many people that dressed up like this person at one point or another. Right, if Queen Elizabeth had been dead for a while, then Liz Truss' weekend at Bernie's meeting with Elizabeth is fake. And wait, there's more. Okay, I'm not sure about this website, who or what they are. But it wasn't what I was expecting. She looks like Hyacinth Bouquet there, of course, and almost a bit of a carbon copy. Right, before it's news.com. No idea who these people are, but... What was the other one? Right, who... Why is there no copyright claim on this image then? Oh, photo by Jane Barlow. Right, okay. Yeah, it might be interesting to... Yeah, what a bizarre picture this is, of course. The Queen not even looking at this other person. Supposedly... Yeah, this looks so unreal to me. But I just can't imagine they would force the Queen to get up and shake this person's hand. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah. That is one. I haven't ever looked too closely at that, but perhaps that's one I'll do for another night. Along with take a look at that one along with supposedly the last picture, this one, because this one is something else, okay? Right, my computer's having issues now, which is how I know it's time for me to end the stream. But anyway, yeah, this is one I wish to inspect a bit more closely. Can you actually see any life in this person? Or does it just look rubbery and fake to you as well? Because it certainly does to me. And it certainly looks nothing like this image here that we get. Okay, right. That is going to be it for me this evening. Let me put my music on. Hopefully it isn't drowning us out. Right. Right, do I have a video to play out with? I don't actually. We could play out listening to the dulcet tones of JT33, Sands of Time, I believe it's called. Yeah, Sands of Time. We might listen to that tonight because I don't actually have a video to play out with. Okay, it won't take me too long to thank those who took part in tonight's live chat, because only a few of you have, but I totally understand not everyone can do it. Right, Phil Wright says Prince Andrew played the Bojo role. He'll be back on the scene now. Bojo's not PM. Could be. I tell you who, for some reason, Boris always reminded me of, particularly the voice, was Prince Andrew. No, sorry, not Andrew. Prince William. They just had identical, well, very similar voices. Maybe it was the accent, who knows. But Andrew playing Bojo, interesting. Well, I thought there was a possibility that, well, there was certainly some similarities between his face and that of Epstein, the guy, I can't even think of his first name now. I don't want to say the wrong name, like, because there's been a couple of Epsteins that were well known, but the one that, you know, had his island where all the celebrities supposedly went to, who knows if they did or not. They got a load of photos of Prince Andrew. Yeah, maybe they could easily turn it around for Andrew. All the press has to do is tell us we like Prince Andrew, and all that stuff about him supposedly being mixed up in sex slaves all gets forgotten about. Just like Princess Diana, they completely flipped people's perception of hers. Originally, before she died, she was very unpopular. I don't know if you remember this, but she had an affair with a rugby player, and the rugby player's wife, who ridiculously looked exactly like the Diana anyway, yeah, everyone's quite felt sorry for her. Yeah, actually, I'm kind of I can't remember who it was now, but let's see, before we do finish, sorry, I don't mean to go on too long. If I can get my computer to load a page, I just want to do a very quick search for that. Right. Princess Diana. Does anyone remember the rugby player that she got with or something? I'm sure it wasn't James Hewitt. It was someone else she supposedly was very close to. Oh, what was his name? He was like a well-known English rugby player. Right. Oh, I don't want to read through too much of stories like this. But anyway, yeah, they flipped people's opinion of the Queen, Diana, just after she died. I do remember that. Alright, I'm not going to look too much into this. We're done. This is one for another week. Perhaps I'll explore it next week. Similarities between... Oh, I can't believe I can't remember the name of the rugby player. It was something like Will Carling or something. I don't know if that is correct. Let me see. Let's see who Will Carling was. I'll know him when I see him, because if it is, then we'll have a quick look at his wife and we'll see how similar they look to... I'm not sure if this was him or not. Yeah, he sort of looks like it might have been him. Right, Diana. Well, he's got an OBE anyway, so I wonder if this is the correct person I'm thinking of. Wow, it's gone midnight and I'm still going on, and still my computer's struggling. I think I might need to know when it's time to finish the stream. Right, let's just see if we can get an image up before we finish of Will Carling with... Maybe it wasn't him, I'm not sure. I'm pretty certain it was, yeah. Will Carling's rock bottom after the... Oh. Yeah, apparently they were really close. And this is his actual wife, I think. And yeah, they didn't look too dissimilar from Diana themselves, actually. Yeah, this is... Yeah, this is typical rubbish, by the way, I think. Okay, maybe that's one for another day. Right. Yeah, there's the three of them. Not supposedly together, but... Alright. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to start winding down, as it were. My voice is starting to go on me now, anyway. Right. Thanks to Phil Wright, particularly for your numerous comments in the last half of this stream. Much appreciated, Phil. It really is. Phil Wright, KG, Linda Mack, and Sunstar Thunder Lightning for taking the time to comment in tonight's live stream. If anyone else wants to say hello in the live chat before we do, now is the time. Otherwise, yeah, just massive thanks, and of course big thanks to Linda Mack for taking the time to support me over on Patreon. If anyone would want to consider saying, Bobby, thanks for the stream tonight, you can just hit the thumbs up button, would be pretty much appreciated. Yeah, because YouTube won't be recommending my videos to anyone, so if you want to do it, then I would be saying thank you for that. Okay, we're playing out with a video by the musical the band. Well, the YouTube channel is called JT33. What the actual name of the band is, I'm not 100% sure. This is Sands of Time. Okay, thanks everyone for tuning in tonight and your patience with some of the hiccups and slowdowns that my computer's had. Yeah, and thanks to everyone who's taking part in the live chat. Okay, take care everyone. Here is JT33 and Sands of Time. Night all.
It was 2033 when the lights went out. Years of nuclear war perforated the sky, causing immense levels of radiation. Society left to fend for themselves was pushed back centuries. Domed cities were constructed to filter the air, to make life on Earth habitable. For this was key for the very survival of mankind, all while guaranteeing their everlasting enslavement.
Life is like a mystery. How much do we really trust our history? It's written by the conquerors. I talk to my demons and they don't listen, and you ought to talk to yours. Get on a mission, you gotta close mine, pry open the doors, yo, and seek the knowledge that's hidden inside. We're slipping through the sands of time, trying to find a cure to be calm. Feels like I'm clutching the whole world in my palm, and then I'll crush it, let it go. Watch the pieces fall like dominoes. I don't give a fuck about the situation we're in. I stay above it, give my love to my beloved.